So I would like to thank Honorable Speaker, sir, allowing me this opportunity to share my thoughts and concerns on the demands for grant for railways in the Union Budget 2020-21. So first of all, I would like to remind the Government of India, the railway is not a business sector, it is a service sector, especially for Indians. So before moving on the details, I must say that the BJP government is unfortunately unaware of the larger purpose and societal reasons for the establishment of railway network in any country. Sir, Indian Railways was deemed as a great unifier as envisaged by the late Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru. So hence, railway is not just a profit-making engine, ready to be auctioned off to the highest bidder. Instead, it is a poor man's lifeline of transport that connects him to the vast length and breadth of the nation. So with about 12,147 trains in service, 74,000 coaches, and with engine kilometers per day per engine in use for 678 kilometers, the railways, in my opinion, is an India that runs within India. Sir, what happened in the last 5 years, sir? So, however, there is a consistent apathy shown towards railways by the BJP government, and for the last 5 years, this discrimination against Indian railways is clearly visible. Sir, I can quote the CAG report, sir. CAG report titled Railways Finance Report on 10 of 2019 indicates the dismal position of Indian railways. It said that since 2016-17, railways revenue surplus has been falling, which is indicative of falling financial health of the Indian railways. During the year 2017-18, the net revenue surplus decreased by 66.10% from 4 lakh 900 crore in 2016-17 to 1 lakh 600 crore in 2017-18. So the failure of the government in reviving the railways are clear from the following findings, sir. In the first 6 months of financial year 2019-20, April-September states that the freight receipts fell short by 16.97% and passenger earnings 5.3% of the budgeted amount. Gross revenue fell 14.54% short of the budgeted amount. But working expenses rose 4.15% higher than budget estimates. So the operating efficiency of Indian Railways is visible and is sending repeated alarms as the ratio of net revenue receipts to capital at charge plummeted from, sir, number one, 6.95% in 2014-15. Number two, 7.0% in 2015 and 16. Number three, 1.62% in 2016-17. Number four, 0.51% in 2017-18. And to compound this situation, the 2019 report of the Controller and Auditor General CAG refers to the steadily declining performance reflected in the operating ratio, which at 98.44% in 2017 and 18 was the worst or the highest in the last 10 years, sir. Sir, it means that Indian Railways spent rupees 98.44 to earn rupees 100. So this is very clear, sir, the failure of the government for the last 5 years. So the CAG report further adds that the Indian Railways operating ratio in 2017 and 18 would have been 102.66%, but for the advance received from the NTPC and IRCON, it means that the railway would have spent 102 rupees, earned 100 rupees. such is handling of railways by this government, which is a colossal failure in the all fronts, and as a part of its drive to sell off public assets, it is now targeting the railways. So one of the important steps towards the privatizing the railways lies in the disappearance of an exclusive railway budget from the 2017 onwards. The terminus of this speared budget for the railways has denied the public from the being aware and being in the know regarding the railways. This is very unfortunate, sir. The union budget's focus on the railways is cursory and exercise in obfuscation. It reveals utter neglect of India's largest enterprises. Hence, the BJP government succeeded in removing the first hurdle of the detailed budget being put in public domain. It was not at all surprising that Finance Minister Raghavan's long-winded union budget speech on February 1st, 2020 contained just a few references to the railways. I will quote her speech, sir. In her 2019-20 budget speech, Nirmala Sitharaman said that the government would invest rupees 50 lakh crore over the 12-year period in the railways, implying an average of about rupees 4 lakh crore a year or 25 lakh crore in 6 years. So, however, she actually budgeted for only rupees 1.61 lakh crore in the 2019-20. The revised estimates reveal that an investment of only rupees 1.56 lakh crore was made. Sir, the budgetary support in this case ought to have been rupees 1.16 lakh crore in 2019-20. However, the budget reveals that in the 1920 plan outlay, according to revised estimates, was only rupees 1.56 lakh crore, of which the gross budgetary support was only rupees 52,837 crores. Sir, then comes the announcement by the PM on August 15, 2019, sir, on creation of National Infrastructure Pipeline, NIP. The NIP scheme envisaged an investment of rupees 102 lakh crore in infrastructure projects over 6-year period starting 2019-20, of which the share of the railway projects was to be 13%, sir, 30%. The share of railway projects in the NIP was thus to be rupees 13.69 lakh crore over 6 years, of which rupees 11.90 lakh crore was to come by way of budget support. So in this budget, Finance Minister promised more of the same for the 2020-21. According to the grand promise, the plan outlay for 2020-21 ought to have been rupees 2.62 lakh crore, of which the budgetary support ought to have been rupees 2.28 lakh crore. Instead, the Finance Minister has provided at that budgetary support of rupees 46.750 crore, a shortfall of the opening of 80%, sir. Sir, it is almost important to note that as many as 274 projects across 16 zones of the railway, sir, have quietly been abandoned, sir. Sir, this is very important allegation, sir, indicated only by the fact that each of these has been allocated the princely sum of rupees 1,000. Of these, 132 are new line projects, 40 gauge conversion projects, and 10 track doubling projects. In her budget speech, she is continuing. The Finance Minister announced that the railways would electrify 20,000 route kilometers. However, sir, the fine print reveals that the 20,000 kilometers is what is to be undertaken in the years ahead. The target for electrification in the current year is only 6,000 route kilometers, which is scaled down figure from the 7,000 route kilometer target the minister set last year. In effect, the railways committed Deadline to electrify its entire network by 2022 has been pushed back by at least 2 years. Sir, the limited allocation now means that this will take at least 4 years, provided further cuts are not made. So while speaking about the electrification, I must remind the House that none of these achievements were the results of just the 5 years of Modi government, but continuation of the policies and projects executed by the various Congress governments. So I can quote that period prior to independence, 25 to 47, 388 kilometers electrified. First 5-year plan, 51, 56, 141 kilometers electrified. Second 5-year plan, 56, 50, 61, 216 kilometers electrified. Annual plan 96, 69, 66, 69, 1,678 kilometers electrified. So fourth 5-year plan 69, 74, 953 kilometers electrified. The Inter plan 78, 80, 195 kilometers electrified. Then sixth 5-year plan 80, 85, 1,522 kilometers electrified. Then seventh 5-year plan 85, 90, 2,812 kilometers electrified. So annual plan 90, 92, 1,557 kilometers electrified. Then eighth 5-year plan 92, 97, 2,708 route kilometers electrified. Ninth 5-year plan 97, 2002, 2,484 kilometers electrified. 10th 5-year plan 2002-7, 1,810 kilometers electrified. 11th 5-year plan first year 2007 and 8, 502 kilometers electrified. Then 11th 5-year plan second year 2008-9, 797 route kilometers electrified. Then 12th 5-year plan third year 2009-10, 1,117 kilometers electrified. Total, it is coming 20,059 route kilometers electrified. So coming to the central promise of the railway budget, it can be seen that the state of Kerala has been completely sidelined as none of the long-standing demands of the state, including for so many years, the government of Kerala and all political parties, all MPs are demanding for special zone. Then Nellambur-Nanjangooda line, Tirunavai-Guruvayur line, Palakkad-Kochi factory, Calicut-Bangalore additional trains like Intercity Jalshatabdi, increase of frequency of trains like Raghavan Express, third line between Mangalore and Trivandrum, extension of frequency, increase of various trains, and the Sabari rail, provision of more memo coaches for Palakkad division to connect Coimbatore and Ernakulam from Calicut, extend Yeshwanthapur-Kannur Express to Calicut, are ignored by the state, and these demands are rejected for the reasons that are best known to the government. Sir, I would like to share one more thing, sir. So I have a request before this government, sir. Honorable ministers are here. I had a discussion with the MOS with, I think, so many times. So you don't neglect Kerala. Your attitude is actually the stepmother's attitude to Kerala. So this is, sir, this is fact, sir, fact. Sir, this is fact.
Your Chief Whip, Mr. Suresh, has given 4 names and you are the first speaker. 8 hours have been allocated for this,
sir,
on this subject
sir.
of this. And Congress party has 46 minutes.
Sir.
You have already completed 16 minutes.
Yeah.
To do justice to your colleagues,
Yeah.
they will hardly get 10 minutes each. So I leave it to you and your party
Sir.
to decide how much time you would take.
Sir.
No, provided he agrees.
So, sir, I request, sir, I request from the minister. So you should consider Kerala, because we are the parcel part of the nation, sir. Sir. So, yeah, I'm smiling. I think you will consider something for Kerala, I think, sir. So, therefore, I genuinely feel that this budget is just a call of privatization and eventual selling of the railways, the lifeline of the India and her common people. So thank you, sir.
Thank you.